Alright, it's the first weekend in July, and we are going to take a look at the garden here. There is quite a lot of changes. The corn seems like it's grown a foot since I saw it last week. The squash literally have grown several feet, and all kinds of stuff going on. So it's been a very warm week, and we've kept it watered pretty good, so I think it's really taken off. So let's start around the outside. So these are our two tomatillo plants that we bought and transplanted last weekend, and so we just put them in on Sunday. And this guy's looking leaves are looking a little yellow, but I think he's hanging in there so far. This guy's looking a lot better. He was much smaller too, and then you can see that they had some fruit on him from the place. There's the little tomatillos right here, and a little paper husk. So I'll be really excited. There's one there. I'll really be excited to get those, see those start to develop and harvest. So I just need to go through now and kind of weave them more in there. I haven't done my pruning and weeding, or weaving I should say, for all the tomatoes and stuff yet. I want to get this video shot before I did that. So our 4 Romas are looking good. They're starting to get even more tomatoes on them. So hopefully we'll start to see those. I can't tell if it's a trick of the light, but some of them start to look a little bit yellowish, which is good. That means they're hopefully starting to turn soon. So anyway, those are looking fantastic. Also, last week I planted some seeds over here. There are 4 red okra plants that just have popped up there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I planted a couple gourds over here, which I haven't seen come up yet, so we'll just have to keep looking at those. Our green beans, looks like we lost another one, and the plant got all nice and crusty, so I don't know what's going on with that, but the other ones are looking good and starting to grow up pretty good. And here are our scarlet runner beans, starting to put out some of their beautiful little red flowers. So that's pretty cool. Our hyacinth beans haven't grown too much. I don't know if they will grow that much more, but with the heat coming on, but we'll have to just see how it goes. And you can see from here the corn has just changed so much and so huge. It's actually starting to put its tassels out there. So I think that means it's going to be done growing as far as height-wise. So lots of changes, as always. And then our little, you can see from here, our little tomatoes here, they don't really grow that tall, but they're starting to put out lots of fruit now, where the other varieties are bigger. So maybe they're just not going to get that much taller, but that's fun as long as they keep putting out fruit. So there's tons of fruit on each one of these guys now. Except for this little guy. He's got a few, but not much. And then these ones here, the plants are getting very big, and there's lots of little fruits forming. So that's very cool and exciting. Haven't seen any fruits on this little guy quite yet, but we will soon see. Asparagus, still nice and ferny. Our squash is just, if you've never planted squash, it's just amazing how much it changes. This plant has literally doubled in size since last week. And last week there were only a few little female fruits, not even fruits that were big enough to pick on this. And then on Tuesday I noticed that there were a few, so we picked some, picked one more Wednesday, and then this morning I come out and see this. So there's one that's about 12 inches long, and then one over here that's probably 6 inches long. And it's just amazing. They just are going crazy. So much so that when I do my little pruning and trimming this morning, I'm going to have to cut a little bit of it back because it's kind of totally blocking out the eggplant. This is our sunburst. Here you can start to see some female flowers there, so hopefully we'll be getting some of those soon. So we've harvested maybe 4 of those. Haven't seen anything from the yellow zucchini yet, but it shouldn't be long. There's a nice big flower there, at least a male one. I think the male ones come first, but then we'll see some females and we'll see some fruit soon. And our zucchini here is, we got I think maybe just one zucchini so far, but there's another one that we could pick today. There's another one that's kind of smallish, but potentially pick, and there's another one over there. So that's the thing with the zucchini, is that it really, same thing with the yellow squash. Once they start to go, they go quick and they produce lots of stuff. So we just need to keep up on it. And I'm also going to have to spend some time looking for those squash bugs. I found my first one last week, so I'm sure there are more lurking around here, so we'll be looking for those. And the eggplant there is one that we bought last weekend and transplanted. It's the same variety as all the other three there. They're Black Beauty. Just to kind of give it a better shot of competing against these big squash plants. These are our two eggplants we've had for a bit now. They're looking really big and healthy and starting to put out some flowers. So hopefully we'll see some eggplants soon. And there's another new eggplant we bought. Gretel, little tiny white ones. And then we got 3 new peppers here. A Cubanelle, a Carmen, which is, these are all sweet peppers, then a Cajun Belle. And there was a pepper on the Cubanelle, which I took off because it was pretty big, and plus there's going to be a lot of, started to get a little bit of the sun damage, and so I kind of cut it off. Took the fruit off so the plant could focus on getting established, and also to grow some more leaves and stuff and not have to worry about making a fruit. And then here we have our little Cajun Belle, which is supposed to be a bell pepper with just a little bit of heat. So those fruits came with it when we got it from the nursery. So hopefully it'll keep going and produce some good stuff for us soon. Our peppers we've had for a while here are that banana pepper. If you recall, it only had 1 leaf, and that's what I always say, all a plant needs is 1 good leaf, and then it can come back. So it's just obviously way behind its brother here, but it's gonna be just fine. So there is our first sweet banana pepper right there. We'll probably eat that soon. And our okra plants are looking good, growing very rapidly. We've got basil, more basil, only a couple soybeans over there. We got some Thai basil over there. And then these peppers in the middle are the ones we had previously. We got 3 more peppers over here as well. This one is a cherry, sweet cherry pepper. As you can see, there's little round bells there. So that's a new one. This one here, I don't remember what it is, but it's got a fruit forming there. This big guy, I believe, is Big Jim, but it is still not produced any fruit. It's got a flower, but still no fruit. And then over there on the outside are 2 sweet peppers that we bought. And I had to take the peppers off one of those because, once again, didn't want to overtax the plant. That one's got a little pepper growing. It's another, I think it's a pimento, another sweet pepper. This one, I don't know what pepper that is right there. But there is one forming right there. And then if we look, so we can see it here, it looks kind of like a waxy pepper, but I'm not sure honestly what it is. This guy has got 3 of these delicious looking peppers, and I don't know what kind he is either. But we will soon find out what they are and be able to enjoy them. So here's our little pimento. This is a Pridovit. So we went and bought some more peppers, an eggplant, just to take advantage of the end of the season sale and get a few more things in here. Our onions are looking good with our spring crop. We've got some of them. I'm gonna have to take some of them out. And the kale's looking kind of rangy, but anyway, so the peppers are looking good. We'll probably have some carrots. We'll probably go ahead and eat some carrots, I should say. They've been ready for a while. And some radishes, or not radishes, beets. So anyway, our spring garden is still going. We don't really eat the lettuce. We should probably remove that. But we're still getting some kale and chard, and then some of the other things. So anyway, the big focus now, of course, is keeping up with our summer stuff. And the corn, I kind of forgot to mention that or show you a close-up, but basically these guys here are starting to put out their or form their tassels. Not that they're actually ready to do it, but they're actually putting it out there, which is kind of crazy to think that only a couple weeks ago they were only 2 feet tall, and now they're 3.5 feet tall and ready to put out their tops, which means they're going to be done and not growing anymore. So, because they won't put that out, I believe they won't put that out until they're ready to stop growing, because that's kind of like their maturity, and then they start to put their stuff out and go from there. So anyway, the corn is growing, the squash is growing, everything is growing very well due to a great combination of irrigation and intense heat. And see, we've got our honeybees in there all over those squashes right now, fertilizing those plants and going to town. So anyway, that is the garden for this week. Thanks for watching, and we're just really excited to see things keep growing. Thanks for watching.